Let me hit record. All right.
We'll work on that later.
Also, something else that that I was going to do is I was going to create a form where people could fill it out, for the whole team who wanted a success partner. And then, I could ask questions like, how long you been a coach, how often do you hit Success Club, or, some questions like that. And then I can pair people up. But I'm sure most of you guys already have a partner, but for those who don't, they could just submit that form, and then, I could play matchmaker and give everybody a partner, or put them in to groups, so even if you have a partner and you want to get connected with somebody else, you can fill out that form. So that's on my to-do list. I'll do it this week, because you guys saw the post I made with all the heart, right? Where you got to pick your heart color. Did you guys see that? Jen, you didn't.
I still can't figure out how to change the colors.
Oh my goodness.
What you can do is you can copy, like what Greg's did, like a copy and paste. You can copy that heart and then paste it into the comment.
Yeah.
Oh, that's an idea. Okay.
Or do you have an iPhone?
No.
Really?
I don't do well with Apple products.
Okay. I don't know about Android or whatever, but I assume they have emojis. And if you just go through the emojis, you'll see the hearts, I don't think.
I only saw the red one. I didn't see any different colors. So I was like, okay, I guess I can't do it. Unless I go on a computer. I haven't logged in my Facebook on a computer in a while.
Oh, you can do that too. Yeah, you can do it on the computer.
Okay.
Too. Sometimes if you hold down like the thumbs up, it's like if you press on it and you hold it, you'll get like all different colors. So there's, white hands.
I didn't know that.
Tan hands. And, yeah.
I don't use those features, so.
Yep. But
good to know.
Jen, I made a post. So I only make like 1 or 2 posts a day. You should be able to keep up. But I made a post asking everybody to give an emoji heart for the type of coach they are. So you'll have to check it out. There was about 135 comments on the post.
Wow.
Cool. Yeah, and there were some coaches that, said that they felt lost or felt, disconnected, and some that were struggling, so you could pick the different were.
Like a
So
sad heart, or a heart that's like joyfully jumping in the air or something.
yeah, they were just different. There was a broken heart for those that are, discontent.
Slackers.
Well,
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just being funny.
So yeah, I said, well, if you're lost, you should definitely get on our calls, right? And those type things. But anyway, a lot of people were like, yeah, I felt lost, or I felt disconnected, and things like that. So that's what led me to. And some people were like, I want a success partner, but then nobody said that I'll be your success partner. So that's why I was thinking, I'll put them together and see if I can match people up. People aren't willing to step out of their comfort zone and ask somebody if they would want to be a success partner, So
I have a quick announcement.
Yeah.
I have 2 success partners that are on the call. Well, they're not their success partners, but Jen and Kevin, who are success partners, and they started their first free group this week. Awesome. And Kathleen, yes, Kathleen, talking to you, and LaDonna started their first free group, free clean eating group this week.
Awesome.
Yay! Congratulations.
And how is your free group going?
I think it's going awesome, but of course I feel a little bit lost because we just started today, but I followed some of the advice from the free challenge group training. So I made an event, I invited all my friends to it. I actually had like 20 friends say that they wanted to go, and probably about 10 of them actually went into the group. And we just did our first post, which I actually kind of copied from you, Brian. Our first welcome post today about what to do in the group. And the only thing I'm not happy with is right now is that I feel like it's maybe not organized as well as I would like it to be, but I'm a perfectionist and this is the first time, so, you know.
That's cool.
Yeah.
How long is the group? It's a 7-day or?
It's 2 weeks.
Oh, 2 weeks? Okay.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
And I've been doing these groups for a long time, Jen, and I still feel disorganized every time I start.
I'm going to learn how to use Buffer tonight.
Yeah.
Huh? Oh, Buffer?
Buffer tonight. Yeah.
I think they're better if they're kind of ad hoc than like everything planned out through Buffer, you know?
Yeah.
Because people will know that you're there, you're present.
Right.
You know? It won't seem scripted or, you know, because they could tell, like, if every post comes out at 6 a.m. in the morning and then at 3 p.m. in the afternoon, you know, they're going to know, right?
Yeah. Can you use it then, like, because this weekend is my birthday and I'll be turning 40. So I won't be available, you know, one day. Can you schedule just one post to go out? Or do you have to have a whole series?
Yeah, sure. You can schedule just one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the great thing about Buffer is you can upload a video and it'll post it just like you uploaded it to Facebook, you know, so
Cool.
it doesn't have to be a static post. You can do videos or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think with Buffer, I mean, going on with what Greg said, it's always nice to have spontaneity with your posts and stuff, but use Buffer. You know, as long as you're in the group and you're checking in on people and you're commenting on them and you're sending them messages, you know, then buffer it up. Buffer up your main post. You know what I mean?
So, Brian, you remember how much I hated Facebook, and I was like, I do not want to get back on Facebook.
Yep.
But the coolest thing is that I can intentionally build my profile on there because I haven't had one for a long time. So I'm like, it's like I'm creating this character.
Persona. Yeah.
Which is kind of cool.
Avatar, right?
Your avatar, right?
That's what we call it, right? So you can pick who you want to be, and you can create that person. So that's awesome. So one thing that I would recommend is, you know, when you get to the end, and I mentioned this on one of our other calls, I think, is I would take them from the free group now into your Premier group or your app or whatever you have, whatever you're using, right? And don't necessarily require a challenge pack, okay? Because you'll lose a lot of people. Yeah, I mean, yes, give people the option to get a challenge pack, but if they're not willing to, give them the option to get the 2-week trial membership, you know? Because your goal is to get as many people to continue on with you as possible, you know? And I think oftentimes, especially new coaches, you get frustrated because you try to talk people into the challenge pack, and if they say no, then you know, they walk away and you lose them and you feel frustrated and you feel like, oh, I'm not hitting Success Club, right? But if you can just get people on the trial, right? And then 2 weeks later, talk them into the challenge pack, you know, or even if they just continue BOD, that's still a win, right? That's still a success. So, you know, I think
if you get anybody when you do your call to action, no matter what, if they get BOD, the free trial, whatever, you can get them right into our Premier group, our Summer Slim Down group. Bring them right in. You know, the Premier group is for customers that we already have. It requires Shakeology, and it requires or if you're a coach, it requires that you need to have an active status. But if you're a new person, like I've been adding new people into that group, I'm sure you've probably seen it. If you're new and you have BOD or whatever, you can still come into the group and you can go for the ride for that 1 month or 2 months or forever how long the group is. But then the next group is when that would be required. That's how I'm doing it with my customers.
Yeah, I'll talk to you more about that. I have a phone call with you on Wednesday.
Yes. Yeah, we can talk more about that.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So what else? I mean, it's awesome that you're running a free group already, and let's say that next month you're like, okay, I did this, it worked out great. I got a couple customers. Maybe I hit Success Club 5, and then you try to do it again next month, and maybe you'll do it again, and then you try to do it the next month, and then the next time you do it, you'll get like half as many people, and then you'll get, oh, I got like 5 people, and then it'll be like, I got no one who's interested. This doesn't work. Okay. So what happened in that situation, right? What happened was you're doing everything right, except you're not expanding your warm market, right? So that's why tonight's topic is so important. You have to be constantly building your friends and expanding your warm market, because even if you're doing all the right things, you're doing the call to actions, you're doing the free groups, you're doing the posts every day, right? It doesn't matter. It's like you're preaching to the choir at that point, right? You've already burned through your warm market. All your family and friends are now, either on board or they've blocked you or whatever, because they're tired of seeing your posts, right? So that's why you have to be constantly adding new friends, right? And that's what we're going to talk about. So Brian, you want to start us through how that they can start adding and connecting new friends, new eyeballs?
Yes. Okay. So expanding your warm market on any social media platform, but we always use Facebook as the example because that's what most of us are on is Facebook. So a lot of these tips are for Facebook, but you can still incorporate them into any of your social media that you're going to do. So what you want to do with your Facebook account, when I first started with Facebook, I had 10, 15 friends and they were all family. I had no market, at all. So the first thing that I did was I thought about everything that I have experienced in my life up to this point. And I said, well, Facebook is such an amazing tool because you can pretty much search on everything. So I went way back to high school, and I searched for my high school that I graduated from. I actually switched high schools when we moved to Florida. 2 years high school in New Jersey, 2 years down here in Florida. So I searched on both. So you can search on your high school, find those classmates that you probably haven't spoken to in a long time, and then you send them friend requests. College, I did the same thing for college. So I searched on everyone that was in my graduating class with college, and sent friend requests out to them. And even if you want to go to grade school, if you want to go back that far, I didn't, but you can. But then think about your jobs, all the jobs that you had in your whole life. And so then I thought about one of the jobs I had for the longest time, not the longest time, but a long period of my young adult life, was working at Outback Steakhouse. So I searched for that, and I searched for, all those people, and I friended them. I found them, and it's pretty cool because not only are you expanding your market, obviously, but it's pretty cool to reach out to some of these people that you probably haven't spoken to in a long time, and you're not doing this to sell them a challenge pack, and it's expanding your market, and maybe that's the eventual outcome, is to get them in a free group. Maybe they need help too with something, they probably do, and to help them out. So it's not all about, the sale, just reconnecting with people. It was pretty cool. And I was like, I can't believe I'm doing this on Facebook, talking to these people I haven't talked to in like 20 years. So your classmates, your old jobs that you can search on. There's a great video that Greg's going to post, and I'll post it in our chat group too, I think maybe you posted it last week as well, on how to find friends. So we're not going to go into the, showing you all the different ways to do it. This is an instructional video. You can find that out, yourself. But there's just so many things you can search on. Maybe Greg will give you some tips on that. Add parents of your children's. If you guys have kids, you probably do a lot of activities with the parents of other kids, friends. So make sure that they're, you add them on Facebook. Add people you come in contact with every day. This is what I'm pretty good at, is just, wherever I go, I'm always adding new people onto Facebook who I'm coming into contact with. If you're going to the salon, or you're going to get your nails done, or you're going to, the tanning salon, or the supermarket, wherever you're going, if you go to that same supermarket and you always talk to the cashier, now get a friender on Facebook. I tell this story a lot, and because it turned into a great challenge pack sale, was when I was on a flight going out to where the hell were we going? It was with Andrea. One of the trips, and we're talking to the person who was sitting next to us all about the ultimate reset, because we were actually just got done finishing it. And it was like a 3-hour flight or something. I think it was to Summit or to Nashville last year. And, just to be and friend it right there. And what I do with people is, I give them my phone and I have them find themselves instead of asking them, well, what's your name? Is that you? I say, here's my phone. Go ahead and find yourself and then send a friend, send yourself a friend request using my phone. So that always works instead of you trying to do it. But yeah, and then we friended on Facebook. We stayed in contact, and she ended up buying a challenge pack. And I believe that month that gave me Success Club 10. Those 2 points. Or the following month. So everyone that you meet, you just never know when that's going to come around, and it's going to help your business out. Cool tip for you ladies, okay? Use your maiden name on Facebook. You can use, a hyphen, or you can just use the 3 names with your maiden name in the middle. This way people will recognize who you are. So if Greg used to be Greg Smith, and then he married Amanda Armfield, so now he took her name. So he's Greg Armfield. So Greg's Facebook name should actually be Greg Smith Armfield, but he didn't do it. So you guys do it. Okay, I'm joking. But use your maiden name, because if you're sending some friend requests to people that you went to high school with and probably weren't married yet, they'll be like, well, who's Jennifer? I don't know Jennifer Beerkamp. I don't know who she is. But if maiden name, they'll recognize it. Oh, that's right. That's Jennifer. Okay, I'm going to accept that friend request.
I just didn't change my name.
Oh, you didn't change it? You kept it?
Brian, I have a question.
Yeah.
When you were talking about on my trip, there were just some people at restaurants and stuff that I just really wanted to talk to about Beachbody, but I didn't have a card and I didn't want to just write it on a napkin. So when you're talking to people that you don't know, is there like a Team Beachbody card, or should I have just written it on a napkin? It just seemed like they don't know.
Did you have your phone?
I did.
Yeah, you can just do it like I said. Like just friend them on Facebook. Bring it up, Facebook on your phone or whatever social media. You're Facebook, right? Mostly. And then put them on your phone. I used to have business cards when I first became a coach. Within the first couple months, I ordered, 1,000 business cards or something for Vistaprint for like $10 or whatever.
Right.
Out of the 1,000, I have 990 left.
Okay.
So I don't use business cards.
You just hand them my phone.
Okay. Hand them my phone. If I don't have my phone, you can do that. Greg's got some in his wallet.
No, I don't have them in my wallet. I don't carry them.
Oh. But business cards, it's not a terrible idea, that you can have. That's fine too. But what happens most times is you'll hand someone your business card and then it goes in the trash.
Right.
So, but if you friend them on social media, now you have an instant contact with them.
Okay.
That you have. So it's so much better than a business card. Business cards aren't bad if you want them, but I don't recommend them.
Okay. Thank you.
Hey Brian, let me share my screen and I'll show people a few things.
Okay, he's gonna do some instruction. Cool.
Yeah. So I posted in the chat the Brooke video. But what it is, it's, hold on, let me see if I can move this out of the way. Okay. So in this search bar, it's called a graph search. So you know how you can put in a person's name, right? Or email address to look them up? Well, you could also do friends of friends who like yoga, as an example, okay? And basically why you do friends of friends is because, you know, you don't want to look for your friends, you want to look for friends of friends that you have in common. That way, if you send, like if you're interested in yoga and you have a mutual friend in common and you send them a friend request, they're most likely going to accept it, right? And then you can message them and say, hey, I see that, you know, you're friends of Bonnie and so am I, and I saw that you like yoga and so do I, or whatever, you know. It'll give you your friends too, but it'll also give you people who you have in common and you can add them as friends, you know. You can also do, you know, like interests, right? So in addition to yoga, you could do friends of friends who live in Leesburg, Virginia, right? And I click on people, that dog, friends, oh, not my friends, just friends of friends who live in Leesburg, Virginia. And then I could see like all these people that some of them I know and some of them I don't know, but I could send them friend requests, right? Because they're friends of my friends who live in Leesburg, the same place as I live, okay? Like right there is my neighbor, you know? So I could also do it like who you work with, like friends of friends who work at Akamai, right? That's a place where I used to work. And I can scroll through and I can see people that I'm not friends with, like this Melanie person, right? Or RH Powell, who I know, and I could send him a friend request, right? And you can there's a whole language, you know, where you can search for people. You know, you can look for, like over here on the side, you can do different cities, you can do like different schools that you attended, you know, places that you worked. So they give you kind of a filtering system over here on the side too, which is cool. So you can connect with people that way, right? Also, groups are important, right? Brian, did you talk about groups at all?
No, not yet.
So if you are interested in, you know, yoga, I mean, you could search for, you know, yoga groups, for example. And if you just click over here on groups, you're going to see all these groups. And you can see how many members. Okay, here's a T25 workout support group, you know, that came up, and it's got 6,800 members in it, right? Here's a yoga group with 15,000 members in it. So, you know, if you are interested in something, you could join these groups, and it's a great place to meet people and to connect with people, right? So, what I tell everybody is, you know, you could do paid ads, right? I do paid ads on Facebook. That costs a lot of money, right? So I could, with paid ads, I can target people. I can say, I want people that are aged 35 to 45 who like yoga and live in Leesburg, Virginia, right? But I've got to pay for every single person that likes my post, right? Well, if you want to do it for free, you can just do that graph search and say, I want to find people in Leesburg, Virginia who are friends of my friends who like yoga. Or I want to find groups with people who like yoga, right? And that's a way to do it for free. And you could then just make connections, send friend requests, you know, basically engage in those groups. Like, you know, because if it's something you're interested in, let's say, you know, it's moms of Yorkies, right? So if you love Yorkies and you love to talk about them, well, you're going to go into those groups and you're going to love to chat and post and talk about Yorkies, right? And then anybody that you connect with who comments or you post and you like, or they post and you comment on their thing, you just send them friend requests. And it's a great way that, like in an afternoon, you could literally send 100 friend requests just from that group of 15,000 people that you're in, right? Just because you commented on a post that had 100 comments, and then you went and friend every single person, right? So it's an easy way to start doing connections, right? And then the philosophy is you go into a group. Let's keep it simple. Let's say you make a post like, here's a picture of my Yorkie. Isn't she cute? Okay. And you get 10 people to comment on that post. So now what you do is you friend every single one of those 10 people. Okay. And what you do is let's say you walk away from your computer, your power hour's over. Okay. You sent 10 friend requests. Okay. Hold on, Kathleen, I'm going to mute you. Let's say you've sent 10 requests, your power hour is done, now you walk away. Now you're scrolling through Facebook, right? And you're busy, you're at work, you're whatever, and you're seeing like that little number in the corner increase where people are accepting your friend request, right? So what do? Don't go and click on that yet, okay? Wait until your power hour comes, the next day, right? So at your next power hour, then you're going to click on that little friend button and you're going to see who all has accepted my friend request, okay? And let's say you have 10 people that accepted, okay? So why do you want to wait? So you want to wait until you're at your computer till you can record the names, right? So for me, I like to use a spreadsheet, okay? So I would put every single person's name in a spreadsheet. If you like to use a pad and a paper, then you can write down everybody's name that you just connected with. So now, once you write down their name, they're on your list, right? They're on your targeted list, right? So your goal is in, 2 weeks when your free group's coming up, that your goal is, I want to get these 10 people in my free group, okay? So how do you start? You start by showing them love, right? You go to their timeline, you like their pictures, you comment on their pictures, you strike up private conversations with them, not to sell them anything. No, right? You're just saying, hey, thanks for the friend request. I love, that you love Yorkies too. What color is your Yorkie? How old is your Yorkie? What tricks have you taught your Yorkie? So you're just building that relationship, right? And they're going to start following you, and you're going to continue posting every day about your workouts and about your healthy food and about your life and what you normally post about 3 to 5 times a day, right? That's the strategy. But every day you're adding 10 or 15 or however many people, right? And you keep adding to your list, and you keep, engaging with those people, liking and commenting on their posts and sending them messages, right? And then 2 weeks later, your call to action happens, right? On your calendar, you're like, okay, my free group's coming up. I need to make a post, or I need to create an event and invite people to my free group, right? So let's say you're just going to make a post. You're going to make a post about your free group, or you're going to create an event about your free group. Hey, I've got my clean eating 10-day group coming up. You make a post about it. Who wants in, right? Now, let's say that those 100 people didn't comment on didn't automatically, see your event or see your post or whatever, comment. What you can do is, if you had an event, you can go and you can invite those 100 people, right, that you just friended over the past 2 weeks. You can make sure that all 100 of those people get an invitation to your event. Or another thing that you can do is you can just message them one more time, right, and say, hey, Sarah, I'm not sure if you would be interested in this, but, I think you are a really cool person who loves Yorkies like I do, and I wonder if you would be interested in doing a clean eating challenge with me, and I bet you that 90% of them would say, yeah, I'll do that. It's free, right? So then you get all 100 people into your group. And then what you do is you say, okay, now everyone who joined this group, please invite some friends. You know, I'm giving away a $10 Amazon card to, you know, one person who invites, you know, a friend, or whoever invites the most friends, I'm giving away an Amazon card to, or whatever, right? I one time had a person invite like 60 of her friends to my group because I was giving away a $10 Amazon card. So, you know, you can do things like that, you know. So it doesn't matter if you only have 10, that's fine, you know, have them invite their friends and offer them a prize if they do, you know, and you might get double or triple the amount of people in your group. So that's the theory behind it. Like Brian said, it doesn't matter if you're using Facebook groups or you're doing graph searches to expand your market, or you're just connecting with, you know, people from school, work, or whatever. Or you can go on Instagram, right? So Instagram, you can search hashtags. It's the same thing as doing a graph search, right? So, you know, we talked about creating an avatar, right, Jen, right? So you're creating that avatar of who you are and what your interests are, right? Remember we talked about creating those 5 interests because that's what you're going to post about every day. So when you create those interests, that tells you what you should be searching on, right? So if you're on Instagram, you can search hashtags. So I could search hashtags Yorkies, you know, and I could start following people who are Yorkie fans, and then they'll follow you back, or you could private message them, right? But whenever you do, make sure you write them down, right? So if I had a spreadsheet, I would say I connected with Yorkie lover, Leesburg, Virginia, and I found them on Instagram. That way you can go back to it, you know, or I found them on Facebook in this group, you know, whatever you want to put in your notes or your other columns that'll give you more information about them. You know, I always record notes because as you go through their profile, you know, you might discover, oh, this person was in the military, you know, that's a, you know, like Tiffany, like I saw she was in the military, right? So that right there is a big flag, right? Because she can be a coach for free, you know. Well, down the road, I can make a mental note and I can put that in the spreadsheet that she was former military or her spouse is military, and she can become a coach for free, right? So if I can get her into my free group and then get her into, you know, a 14-day free trial, I could definitely talk her into becoming a coach, you know, next month for free, right? So
Hook, line, and sinker.
What's that?
I said hook, line, and sinker right there.
Right, exactly. That's the way it works.
Yeah, and what Greg was saying, you know, we're, as coaches, our number one job really is to form relationships with people. So, you know, we're talking about the end result here of getting your friends, and then after your friends, inviting them to the group. But remember those other vital behaviors, because these are people that are going to go to your timeline. They're going to check out your posts, and ask yourself that question. What are they seeing? Are they seeing that I'm a Beachbody coach? Are they seeing that I do these workouts? Are they seeing that I drink Shakeology? Are they seeing how healthy I eat? And are they seeing the interests that I'm in? So if you're the Yorkies group, you know, are they seeing pictures of my Yorkie on my timeline? So you have to make sure that. That's why with the vital behavior, proof of the product, and then before the invite is at the end of the second vital behavior, it's all about sharing and connecting, attracting, sharing, and connecting. So if you follow all these steps that Greg and I are giving you, but we visit your Facebook page and we don't see any workout posts, we don't see anything, you know, you're going to have a very difficult time when you do that free group, because people are going to not know anything about what you do. So it's so very important. One tip that I do, Greg mentioned this, he's like, don't click it on because you don't want to lose where it says with the friend that you got, you know, wait for the next day. What I do is I get it on my phone. I don't know if you can see this. I was looking for this picture, but I take a screenshot of my phone. As soon as someone accepts my friend request, I take the screenshot of it. And then later on, I add them to my list because now I have it as a screenshot. I don't lose it in my feed because once you look at it, you're going to lose it in the feed. So I do that instead of waiting.
Yeah, and sometimes sometimes I'll just accept it, and then I try to go back to it, and I'm like, where did it go? It disappeared. Who was it? I didn't get the name.
That was a screenshot I showed you guys. It wasn't Facebook. So you can do that.
So is everyone familiar, Jen, I know you are, with our self-paced free group training group?
I'm not familiar with that.
Okay, Felix. We have a group on Facebook.
Okay.
And let me just share my screen again, and I'll show it to you.
Is that the new coaches one that you added me to? Or is that a different one?
No, I think it's a different one. So it's this one here. Tiffany, let me see if you're in the group. Yep, you're already in the group, Tiffany.
Okay.
So it looks like this, and make sure you add it to your shortcuts. Can you see this, Felix?
Can you show how to add it to shortcuts?
Yeah, what is it under?
Thomas.
Now under right there.
Pin
Oh, okay, I see it.
Pin to
I
shortcut.
see it.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
So what you do is when you come into this group, right, you can just search on it. You can type right up here in the graph search, like free challenge group training, and it'll bring it up.
Okay.
But Felix, just get Tom to add you, because I don't know if I'm your friend on Facebook, and he can add you to the group.
Well, Tom set up my Facebook today for me.
Okay.
I'm still learning the process. So if you just share it with Tom, he'll show me. He's my success partner, so we're kind of trying to do this together. So.
All right, Tom.
As long as Tom sees it.
Yeah, Tom can add you. He's a member. So if you look at the pinned post in the group, it just outlines some training posts, right? Some videos. So like this first one, how I run my clean eating groups. And if you click on that, it's a team call did on how I run my free groups. Okay. But addition to there's like posts on, how to do a free fitness group, or how I track and follow up with people, or how to create pictures using PicMonkey. But at the very bottom is the real gold, right? It's Google Drives if you click on this Google Drive, it's tons of examples that you can use for your free group, okay? So it's got these subdirectories, and like one is, owner is Sarah Lenore, and the other one is Jamie Shepard. They're 5-star coaches. And I was able to, steal their stuff and, get a link to their stuff that they put together. And basically you'll see there's a crock pot challenge, a 7-day crock pot, a 7-day grilling out, a Shakeology detox. There's a 7-day clean eating group. So if you click on these, you'll see all the information that you need. There's meal plans, and there's posts, and let's see, what else? There's like, where's the main one? Okay, here's the shopping list. And you can see, you can give the shopping list to people in your group, and they can take it with them to the store, check off things,
Click on that first one, the checklist. I think that's the one where she goes through every step. Yeah, every step from the start to the finish of the group.
Yeah, like pre-challenge posts. She gives you the pictures. She gives you like post 1, post 2. She even gives you the end, the call to action, steps. So
there's a more in-depth one that she has that.
Yeah, there's another one.
I don't know if it's in this folder though, because you're in the clean eating. Go up one.
Oh. Okay. Go up one directory.
Yeah.
This one here. Free group ideas, how to promote and run a free group.
Yeah, that's the one at the bottom there. Yeah.
Yeah. So she gives you scripts and conversation examples.
Yeah, this one is awesome. So she's just going through here. It doesn't matter what type of group it is. She's just going through the whole timeline, what you do, and she's giving you all those examples. And then you can go and select one of those free groups that she has. That's what we do as coaches. Greg used the word steal. You know, we replicate. Another coach, that's what you do in business. You know, someone else is having success. You find out, well, how are they having success? You find out, and then you replicate it. And you do it, you put your own flair to it. Like, you know, you don't have to use these. If you want to use them word for word, go ahead, but that's not fun, right? So use it as a template, you know, change up some of the posts. You can use the shopping list and the meal plans, but, you know, make it you, but still make it you. You know, we're replicating, you know, what the success what other coaches are having.
Right. And like Jen, is Jen still there? Oh, she disappeared. Well, she was talking about like using Buffer, right? So what I would typically do is I would schedule out in Buffer, you know, some of those posts that I got from the document, right? Because those are great posts, and I would load those up into Buffer, but then I would ad hoc my own posts every day, right? So it's like, yeah, I've got some scheduled posts, which I've loaded, but then I'm going to be sharing what I'm eating every day, and I'm going to be going live in the group every day. It's important to go live, not only do static posts in your free groups, because you got to build that relationship, and you've only got 7 days to build that relationship. So the more they can see you and experience you, the faster you're going to build trust, okay? So you got to be behind the scenes. So like when I run a 10-day clean eating group or 10-day anything group, I'll reach out to them about 4 to 5 times in that 10 days. So think about that. So that's like every 2 days I'm private messaging them, right? Like welcoming them to the group. I'm messaging them about how are you doing? Do you have any questions? Hey, I haven't seen you posting today. How was your day? You know, that type thing, you know. So, you know, in addition to scheduled posts, to going live, and, you know, that's the private messaging, right? So that's how I keep people engaged, and that's how I build trust, you know, quickly.
Yeah, Tiffany had a question. I think it was Tiffany no, it was Kathleen on what is Buffer. Buffer is a post scheduler that you can use with Facebook. So you can, just like, have you used it in the Challenge Tracker app, Kathleen?
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's similar to that. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I put it up the night before, or once, twice, 2 days before.
Yep.
And I set the time and everything. It's in Facebook, though?
No, it's a separate app, or it's a separate site. So I think, is it buffer.com, Greg? Or
Yeah, it's a separate website, buffer.com, and it's $10 a month. That's the thing. And it allows you to post to Facebook, to Twitter, to Instagram, to YouTube. You know, it does everything. You know,
just schedule it. And well, it's $10. It's free if you use it for only one group. It's free. So you don't have to pay anything for it. So you can use it to post to only one group. But if you're going to do multiple groups, then it's $10.
Yeah. There's also a program, Hootsuite. It's called Hootsuite.com, and that one's free. And you can do multiple groups on that one. But I don't like it as well. It's not as user friendly. But if money is a concern, you could always do Hootsuite.com.
The only thing I don't like about it, because it says posted with Buffer when you do your post. So like Greg said, ad hoc, you know, I like doing that because people can see that, oh, it's real time. He's posting it right now. But because it'll always say, you know, posted with Buffer or something like that.
Yeah, they all do. It'll say posted by Hootsuite or posted by Buffer, you know. It's real small text, but it still says it.
Doesn't matter if people don't know what it means, but
yeah. Okay, what else, Brian?
So we went over the free groups. Shake and Share Doc, Power Hour.
Yeah, talk about the Power Hour.
Okay. I think we talked about this one. So everyone knows, or you should know, what your Power Hour. Greg mentioned it a couple times on this call tonight. And it's basically that hour, and that's all you need is that hour that you set aside to focus 100% on your business. No distractions, no, nothing getting in your way. That, if you have a significant other, you talk to them, they know your schedule, so they're watching the kids or whatever. This is your hour. It could be in the morning, could be in the evening, but this is your hour to work. So think of yourself as, you're the CEO of your own business, and you're also the employee of your own business. So your power hour is when the employee comes in and punches the clock, and now you are on coach time, your business time, and that's what you work. And having a structured power hour is key, being organized. So you just don't sit down and then, okay, this is my power hour, but what am I going to do? And you're all over the place. Because, a lot of times what can happen, if you're, okay, so my power, I have to post on Facebook, and then you go on Facebook, and then you start scrolling through the timeline and seeing all the cute pictures of dogs, and then all of a sudden your brain has got away from coaching, and you're in Facebook world, and then an hour goes by, and you're like, what just happened? So you got to be structured. There's a checklist here. Greg will share it in the chat, Monday through Sunday, and it gives you a goal. It gives you a score. You can score yourself on it, and do these all with your power hour. So you don't have to spend, 40 hours a week building this business. Greg didn't spend that. I didn't spend it building it that much time. We built it slowly. We built it being structured. We built it using our power hour. And then as you get more successful, then maybe it's your power 2 hour or your power 3 hour. But that's when it gets really fun because you're making money. So you want to extend that power hour there, but so important. You got anything to say on power hour?
No. So, like Brian said, the activities that are going to move your business forward are, what they are, right? You should know what they are. It's really inviting, it's connecting, inviting, attracting, right? Yes, you have to check in with your challenge groups, but that's not really going to move your business forward, right? That's just the building the relationships, right? So people, they think, okay, I'm doing my power hour and I'm going to make my post. I'm going to make, my daily post, and I'm going to check in my challenge group, and I'm going to check in my coach group, and, I'm going to scroll on my timeline. Hour's done, but have they really, grown their business any, right? Have they added any new friends? Have they sent any new invites? Have they, have they done anything? Not really, right? So that's why it's so important that you set goals, and that spreadsheet that I gave you will help you do that, because you want to set goals of how many new friends am I going to add every day this week, right? Or what is my goal for the week? How many new friends am I going to have? How many, you want to plan out your invites. I'm going to do like one invitation to my free group this week, right? Or I'm going to create one event, or I'm going to do one coaching coaching invitation post, right? You can look at my timeline. I just made a coaching invitation post today, right? As an example, right? So, you got to plan out your week of, how many invites, how many private messages, how many people you're going to connect with. And that's what your power hour has to be, right? All the other stuff is just, fluff that you got to get done, right? But it's not really the power hour, right? So what the power hour is where you're doing your invites and your connections. So yeah, that's it. So, but I think we're basically out of time. Does anybody have any questions before we wrap up? Okay. Great. Brian, you got anything else?
No, that was it. It was a good call.
All right. Thanks, guys. We will be having our business builders call, and we're going to be talking about converting customers into coaches. So if you want to hang around for that, you're welcome to. Otherwise, we will see you next week. All right.
Call 4, our final one.
Yep. And then you will be pros and expected to hit Success Club 10 every month.
Thank you.
All
Thanks,
right.
guys.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
All right, squeakers. Your time in the room is up.